Welcome to Chef Paul's Kitchen. At the risk of being fat on camera, because I am, let's make what I consider to be, and Anthony Bourdain also considered to be, the world's best sandwich. Start off with this really nice Tuscan roll. Get it all sliced up. Man, this thing's gonna be chewy, I'm sure of that. Some semolina roll. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get some olive oil on it. A little bit. And we're gonna get this in the oven to toast up. Probably a good 5 minutes or so in there. All right, for our next move. Being that I cooked a lot in my life and I've known about these ingredients and using ingredients a lot in my life, I'm a little annoyed, like in America, like what we chose to be mainstream foods for us, Like for instance, like what we consider pesto. Well, this is a form of pesto, but instead of being made with pine nuts, it's made with pistachios. And Jesus Christ, it makes all the difference in the world. Why we settled on, American pesto with pine nuts is beyond me. It's made in the exact same fashion. Some fresh garlic, some fresh basil. I'm gonna go ahead and add, this is where I cheated. I bought some already shelled sea salt and black pepper pine nuts. And pretty much that's it. You get this in there, and a little bit of oil to it. We'll get the lid on, and we're gonna pulse it. All right, now, probably gonna add a little bit more olive oil to it. Also, pinch of kosher salt, and some black pepper. Yeah, I don't have my pepper mill out filled right now, so we're gonna use this. All right, and finally, the main ingredient beyond the pistachios is just good pecorino cheese. So, all right, I'm gonna go fill the sandwich. You can see our bread came out, toasted, this beautiful Tuscan roll. Next step is stracciatella. If you're not familiar with that, this is basically like mozzarella. This is the inside of the mozzarella ball when they make it, mixed with cream. It's basically like mozzarella curd mixed with cream. And this shit here is slim. So, nice heaping tablespoon of that on the bread here. Gives us a nice base layer. Again, in America, what do we eat? Shredded mozzarella that they mix with cornstarch so it doesn't stick together, right? That's our standardized thing. In Italy, around the world, this is what you get. You get this like beautiful, fresh cheese curd. And it's crazy to me that we eat the way that we eat. All right, so for the next thing here, I got some baby arugula. When I used to work at the Macaroni Grill, arugula was one of the things that we served there, and I fell in love with it back then. It is such a good green to eat. It's a little spicy, a little peppery, much different than lettuce, but it's a great topping for a sandwich like this. All right, the star of the show. Actually, this sandwich has many stars. Excuse me. But the real star of the show here is, this is another one of the ingredients that pisses me off, is this, mortadella. Simple, basically, looks like, in America, we call this bologna. But in Italy and Europe, it's called mortadella. That it's made, it's got black pepper in it. Sometimes you can get it with pistachio seeds. Again, back to the pistachios. I went ahead and, kind of pre-prepped this for the sandwich, for the ease of making the video. But yeah, go ahead, put this across the whole sandwich. Oh, looks like I got one too many. And I know this is a gigantic sandwich, so this is gonna be my lunch today, and more than likely my lunch tomorrow as well. All right, so I got I went ahead and put so we got the bread down, the stracciatella, the arugula, and now we got the mortadella. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna put the pesto, you know, the pistachio pesto that we made across the top of, I got a little extra too for later. I made, you know, like a big serving list because I have a feeling this will be really good on pasta as well. So we're gonna try that later on tonight when I cook for my family. All right, so we got the pesto going across there. And then we're gonna put, this is one of my favorites. I don't think classically that this would have went on this sandwich. I know in the video where Anthony Bourdain, you know, claimed this to be basically his favorite sandwich, he didn't have this. But red onion, me, I love red onion. I love onion in general, but how can you go wrong? So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put some onion on this. You know, as I was complaining about ingredients here in America, here's the one thing that we do right though, all right? This, tomato. This, well, I'm filming this and I'm in New Jersey. And in New Jersey, we have tomatoes that come out in the summer called, you know, Jersey tomatoes. And I don't care where in the world you are, nothing competes with a good Jersey tomato, nothing. I've eaten heirloom tomatoes that were $10 a pound, you know, different colors, purple, fucking orange, blah, blah, blah. Nothing on the planet compares to a Jersey tomato. So, you know, if you're fortunate enough to live in an area that can get them, good for you, man. You don't know how lucky you are. On top of the tomato, a little bit of kosher salt, a little bit of black pepper. No, a lot of black pepper. I like black pepper. And then lastly, we got a good balsamic vinegar glaze that we're gonna put on top of this as well. And this is a really, really, you know, impactful dish. Lots of flavors. It's like a flavor explosion when you eat this thing. And finally, we're gonna finish it off with our topper. And there you have it, you know. And that's it. Chef Hazoo, happy to make you a sandwich. Hope you enjoy it. Give it a try. Like, subscribe, share, blah, blah, blah. You know. Thanks.